Hello there everybody and welcome back to another Terraria Modding video. It has been a long time since I have been recording one. 2 weeks the weather was boiling and just got way too much. And now we're back for part 2 of our boss tutorial. This one we are covering NPC AI and now I have written the code that I've created for this tutorial already. It's currently what is on the GitHub because I forgot to upload the stuff to get. I need to turn my fan really warm. One moment. Okay. So I'm going to be reading from this. I have a few notes on this that we're using. So without further ado, let's begin. So there are two private variables I want to add to. First is private player and private float speed. Okay, those are what we're going to need first. Now the way I'm doing this, I'm going to be using some methods that are going to make life a slight bit easier. The first one we're going to do is under AI do private void target and do player equals main dot player NPC dot target and it helps if I spell that right, and then right at the beginning of the AI we're going to call target. Now this is called every time the AI is ran, so if you want to choose a different target I suggest changing the code in here, but this is just basic. Next we are going to create a private void move, and this is going to take in a vector2 that we're going to call offset. So our speed variable here we want to set something like 5. I want to create a vector2 called move2, which is going to be equal to the player dot center plus offset. I'll cover what the offset will be in a minute. After that, let me actually do this. Set the max speed, it's the point that the NPC is moving to. Vector2 move equals move2 minus NPC dot center. This will create a kind of, I don't know how to explain this very well, a vector that is going to act as the velocity. I can't really put a comment there because it's hard to explain. Okay, then we're going to create a float called magnitude. It's going to be equal to, you want to cast this as a float, math dot square root, there we do, move dot x times move dot x plus move dot y times move dot y. If you wish, you can create a easier method for this, which is going to be a private float magnitude, and we're going to pass in a vector2 that we're just going to call we'll just call it move just to make life easier. That's going to return float, and then we're just going to cut this and we're just going to call magnitude takes in We will rename this from move to we'll just call it mag. Next we want to do if magnitude is greater than speed, then we want to do move times equals our speed divided by magnitude. So our speed is 5. So if magnitude is greater than 5, we're doing speed divided by whatever the greater number is. Be 0 point something. After that, we want to do, this is optional, turn distance equals, we'll do 10f. Larger the number, the slower the NPC turn. Move equals open brackets NPC dot velocity multiplied by turn resistance plus move divided by turn resistance plus 1f. About that. Then once more we want to do magnitude equals magnitude of move, and if magnitude is greater than speed, move times equals speed divided by magnitude, and we do NPC dot velocity move. So now our NPC will move. At the moment it will move to the player center minus the NPC center at 5 at a speed of 5. So now let's go back to our AI. Let's put in the move. Pause. Move. Good. Well, we want to put in a vector. Now, vector 2.0 will be right on the player. What I like to do is make the enemy float above the player by doing 0, then minus 100. Seems like fair. Now, I want to just add in something between here. It's going to be the despawning handler. So I'm going to create a new method called despawn handler, and not taking anything. I'm going to do if no player.active or player.dead. This will only run if there is no active player or the player is dead. MC.target closest false. Then we want to do player equals main.player NPC.target. And we once more want to do if no player.active or player.dead. And we want to do npc.velocity equals new vector 2. We can do 0f, then we'll do minus 10f. So this will make the NPC fly upwards if there is no player that's been selected. Then we'll do if npc.timeLeft is greater than 10. We're going to do npc.timeLeft. Then we want to call the here. Let's put in the despawn handler. Handles if the NPC spawn. Okay, now we want to make the enemy attack. So NPCs have a property called AI, which is an array which has, I believe, 4 elements. So you can 0, 1, 2, or 3. This, because this is attacking, I like to use 1. So we're going to do minus equals 1f. This will decrease this value by 1 each. Subtract 1 on the AI. They want to do if mc.ai 1 is less than or equal to 0f. We want to call a function or method called shoot, not town. I haven't actually made this. Let's go down here. Private void shoot. And we want to start with int type equals mod.projectile type. And for this, I'm going to call tutorial boss projectile. Let me just quickly open this. I've already created a projectile. The only difference you need to do is make sure this is that projectile.hostile equals true and projectile.friendly equals false. You might not need this line. It wasn't working yesterday when I was testing. It did work. I might have been in God mode when I was testing. Anyway. Create a new vector2 called velocity, be equal to player.center minus npc.center. This is so we can get the distance between target and NPC. Then we once more going to do a magnitude equals, and we're going to pass in the velocity. If magnitude is greater than 0, I accidentally created 2. Now we're going to do velocity times equals 5f divided by magnitude. Else velocity equals new vector2 0f 5f. So our velocity is going to be straight down without going sides, and if the magnitude is greater than 0 we do this, otherwise the velocity will be straight down. Then we want to do projectile new projectile npc.position velocity type. Then you can do a damage number. I'm going to do npc damage npc and then we're just going to do everything. Then at the end of this we are going to do npc.ai 1 equals, and we're going to set this to 200. You can add a random variable to it if you so wish. Do that by doing main.next don't like 500, and that'll add a random number between 0 and 499. I'd think about it. So that's the basic AI done. So let's now go to frame. We're going to do npc.frameCounter plus equals 1.0. Now frame counter is a double, so make sure not to spend effort at the end of this, otherwise it won't work, but it's best not to. Don't even have to put 0.0, you can just put +1. And npc.frameCounter mod equals 10. So every 10 ticks, the animation reads the beginning. Do something like 20, change it to 20. Frame equals npc.frameCounter divided by 2.6. Then we're going to just do a quick check if frame is greater than or equal to main.npc_frameCount npc.type. Then we're going to do frame equal. This just makes sure that if for some reason frame is above the max frames the NPC has, we reset it to 0. npc.frame.y equals frame multiplied by frame height. While we're also in find frame, we're going to call rotate NPC to target. This is a method we haven't created yet, but private void rotate NPC to target. If player is null, turn. So if there is no target, we will just turn. Otherwise, we do vector2 direction equals npc.center center minus player.center float rotation equals float math.attend2. We do direction.y and direction x. Then we do npc rotation equals rotation plus float math.pi multiplied by 0.5 f, and that should be perfectly fine. Let's save that. Let's just quickly check for errors. We have none. Let's launch Terraria and let's test to see if everything is working perfectly. Remember that this is just basic NPC AI that you can modify. This just covers pretty simple stuff like moving, firing projectiles, etc, etc. Now if everything is working, should do, when we open our game, I'm just going to quickly volume. Toggle God mode, otherwise this is going to be very nice. And we choose frozen off. Now the animation looks a bit weird, but that's fine. Actually, let's turn off God mode so we can be the projectile. However, it looks like the projectile is a bit off the side, but we can modify that easily. As you can see, the distance between the two is about 100 frames, so we can see beat, see. Unfortunately, maybe not. And everything works out fine. Now, I was about to say, as you can see, I'm jumping into him, but I'm not taking any damage. God mode toggled on. But let's kill ourselves so we can show the spawning. As you can see, he flies upwards. And he's completely gone. That's how you create a boss. I wanted to just one center. That should fix the it side instead of. Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode. I'm sorry this is late. I did have to end up re-recording the episode due to the previous one, mainly to do with there was mic audio, but that's sorted out. I'm sorry the video took so long. The next episode won't have such a big gap between it, and the next episode is covering NPC loot, and we're also going to create the summon item. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Till the next video, thanks everyone for watching, and goodbye.